To matters to do with tourism, and we understand that the Tourism Cabinet Secretary Najib Balala is currently addressing a seminar on how to boost the industry. Let's just cross over there and listen into a bit of what's happening and what he has to say.
Marketing is another issue in the big plan, the big four plan of the blueprint. First is the product, then marketing. There's a transformation that is going on in Kenya Tourism Board, and Sonia is here with the THR report on the changing the marketing strategy of Kenya Tourism Board. And I'm very impressed. Jimmy, thank you very much. The Tourism Board is now geared. There's Damian here is going to present to you the digital marketing strategy. And this afternoon, and I don't want to go into details, you will experience what these guys are now going to do for you. But we need partnership in making this thing happen. So marketing, it cannot be going to World Travel Market and ITB, that's all. That is not marketing anymore. World Travel Market, the government of Kenya is out of it. You want to go there on your own, we will support you, but we are not going to subsidize you. We will put that subsidy money for a roadshow that is going to be effective and bring clients for you. We have done a whole analysis of all the exhibitions in the world, and we know which is valuable, which is not valuable. But the Tourism Association should come forward and tell us, probably for visibility of a destination, with no much cost, how can we work together to be visible without too much cost? But business does not come from exhibitions. Business come from your own networks and also the digital marketing strategy. That is what business comes in. So we have a whole analysis worldwide, which are the exhibitions valid and effective. We will participate with you, but the others would not. And then we take advantage of Kenya Airways is going to New York. Next is going to Atlanta. And I know Sebastian is going to be here to present to you about that strategy. Let's partner to address that market. Well, it's highly potential, it's our #1 market, and it's possible that we can gain. Cruise ships, Kenya Port Authority, that terminal will be ready in June this year. I'm going to appoint a consultant to take us through a whole strategy on how do we benefit from cruise ship tourism. We'll work with that consultant, come back to you, partner with you, and mainly the American market and the European market. So we can be able to increase our market share. Number 3 is investments. Investment both by government, but investment also by the industry. We cannot all build lodges and hotels. We cannot all build lodges and hotels. We must have complementary facilities to lodges and hotels. We must have amusement parks, waterfronts, anything that will make the client have the urge of experiencing something else outside the room. Because the client does not come for a room in the country. They come because they want to enjoy the destination. And that is what is happening to today's clientele. And finally, it is infrastructure. Infrastructure, without infrastructure, we are doomed. And the infrastructure does not mean road. Roads are important, highways, trains and railways, connectivity. Look at the SGR, how much business has created for tourism. We thought it was a political issue. Everybody was negative about it. Today, we are proud of it because it's business. So infrastructure is key. But infrastructure like airports are key to connect the destinations. And we cannot sit down here every time in the pretext that we want people to come, but then we are not improving our airport, or then we have too many conditions on airlines to come into our country. We need to wake up and say there's a national interest, which is bigger, that we need to start thinking about bringing in low-cost airline into this destination. We have the lady here from Morocco, Jordan, but Morocco was another destination that benefited from 3.5 million tourists arriving into Morocco when they had a restricted air growth service. When they opened their skies, they had 11 million arrivals. Okay, probably we cannot compare with Morocco because of the short-haul destination between Europe. But Kenya is a long-haul destination. We can be more innovative on how do we bring to make the country more accessible than what it is today. Those are the things that we need to talk about. I can tell you I had a meeting with the CS for transport and infrastructure, and all their infrastructural plans will be realigned to tourism. So we need to think what will benefit and open up new areas. We are going to have, now I'm glad that we have wildlife under tourism. There's always been dialogue and discussion between the Wildlife Ministry or KWS with conservationists. There hasn't been a forum of wildlife with the private sector of tourism, because tourism is the one that markets the wildlife. So we are going to create another forum where we're going to engage with wildlife, and I can tell you the opportunities. I know Masai Mara is maybe oversaturated, and I agree with the governor, we need to streamline, but also the opportunities in the national parks. And we'll be very open-minded about how do we bring participants or investors into the national parks now. I have here Dr. Kanga, probably you stand up, and Dr. Omondi. These are the two experts in my ministry who are in charge of the wildlife, so we will work with them, be able to come back to the industry and say, we need consultation to address the issue of opportunities and concessions within the national park. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we are here to discuss and be frank with each other, and these experts will tell us, but we can do a lot and benefit for yourselves, but for the country. So mine is to say thank you, Kenya Tourism Board, for organizing this. Thank you, Governor, Your Excellency, the Governor of Narok. And I can tell you we have a very good relationship with the Council of Governors, and he's the chair of the wildlife and tourism sector, and the ECECs. People are determined to go out of their way and do it. Let's build this partnership so we can be able to transform the tourism sector in this country. So mine is to say thank you very much once again. It's a pleasure to receive you. It's a new year, so we want to move forward in the next 5 years. We have a clear strategy and result-oriented plan so that we can be able to benefit for this. So with those remarks, I want to say thank you, and it's a pleasure to officially open this national consultative forum with the stakeholders. Thank you.